guys, welcome to my video. In this video, I'll try to respond about 10 questions in e-learning for ELT online course. The first question, what is online learning? Explain also synchronous and asynchronous learning. Talking about online learning, I already provide a picture. It looks like the boy is accessing the applications such as like Gmail and then watching video and etc. And it relates with online learning. So what exactly online learning means? Online learning is the use of e-technology to create learning experience. So if you use the e-technology and you feel like you get the information and then the point is you got the learning experience mean that you are in online learning. So online learning can be divided into two parts. The first one, synchronous. Synchronous when the learner and also students are in the same place and in the same time. You can look at the picture, look like the boy and the learner. The learners are in the same place and in the same time. For another example, when your lecturer has the application of Skype and then your lecturer invites all the students to connecting the class and the learner got the information, it's called asynchronous. The second one is asynchronous. This means when the learner get the information or create the information through email, blogs, and then through recording video on the discussion boards, but they are in a different time and different place. It's called as asynchronous. I hope you understand about asynchronous and synchronous learning. Move to the next question. What are the basic features of LMS? Learning Management System. The first one is announcement. Announcement uses for giving the information or update information by the lecturer. Just the example. Welcome to the course. My name is blah blah blah. This is a Synchronous online course. Means that the lecturer introduced herself and then moved to the online course information. Next is the syllabus. Syllabus means that the teacher provides some information such as like the descriptions of the course and then communication strategy, course objectives, and etc. The next is lesson. Lesson means that the teacher already provides the activities for every meeting. We can look at the first chapter and the second chapter in the first meeting. The learner will learn about introducing economy and it starts on 29 August 2010. The second one is discussion forum. Discussion forum uses for the students to exchange their idea. This is for example, lesson section that the lecturer provides some questions and then the learner try to discuss it together. Next is drop boxes or assignment upload. This kind of drop boxes is using for the learner to upload their assignment and it also provide the due date and the descriptions of the assignment. The second one, resources. Resources uses for make the students easier to get the information. This is the example, like consists of the category of resources, audio, publication, presentations, and so on. Then gradebook. This is the example that the lecturer or the teacher will give the points based on the assignment. Then course email. Course email means that if the teacher or lecturer have the personal information, they are able to send the message to the learner. The next question. Give the example of a good introduction writing for one topic meeting. So I already made the good introduction writing for one topic meeting. So I consider to put clear and concise and also organizer writing. It's called clear because this good introduction writing show the informations, the informations of the course, what the aim, and then the first meeting what they do, and then what the requirements, and it's I think clear and concise, and also organizer. Organizer means that at the first, the lecture like welcoming the students, greeting the students, and the first sentence and the second sentence, and then discourse intended to train students mean that to describe the course, and then meeting one, what the students do, and then the requirement. The lecture provided the right requirements, and also the last lecture gives the spirit for the students and give the name of the instruction. For the instructor name. In this good introduction writing for one topic meeting, I try to avoid acronyms, cliches and hard phrases, jargon, colloquialism. It's based on the book that my lecturer has given. Then, the next question, why online materials must be attractive? What elements are needed? Please give an example. Why online materials must be attractive? Because the students will enhance communication in the online learning when the material attractive. And then, what elements are needed and give example. The element, the first one is visual design online. An example like page layout, graphics, text. In this case, the lecturer tried to make another creativity. It's just not monotone activities that based on or create another things based on page layout, graphics, text. The second element is resources. In these resources, the students will easy to get the information, and then the students are able to compare the first resources to another resources. Move to the next question. Type of online learning activities of technological tools. The first one is classroom discussion, and the tools that can use is discussion forum. Then journal writing. The tools can be blog, share knowledge base, and the tools can be wikis. Then practice exercise, can testing or quizzing, or use the applications of testing quizzes such as like Kahoot. And then projects, it's multiple options. It can be workbook, be skills, blog, and create a video. And then the last is receptive activities. It can, the product, it can be PDFs, podcast, YouTube, Google presentation, etc. Move to the next question. Online discussion is one important element in online learning. Sometimes it may not work well. How does a teacher optimize discussion? So to make the effective online learning, it should be considered about the reflective. Reflective means that the teacher should provide the material that makes the student to think about self-observation, why they should learn this material. The second one, authentic and meaningful material. Authentic and meaningful material means that the material related to the real-world circumstances of the learners. So the learner will think that this material needs to mastering by the students. Then clear and attractive presented, it can use the big layout, different text, and that I said before in the design online. Responsive to variety of learning style. In this responsive to variety learning style, it's not only for the learners but also for the teacher. Then collaborate. In this collaborate, it's not only students by students but also students by the teacher, whether giving feedback, exchanging arguments, etc. Then, active and hands-on. Active and hands-on mean that the teacher should provide the material not only reading and then not only writing, but other things that creativity and innovation. The next question. Give an example of learning resource that can be used to engage learners in online learning. So there are several resources, but I'll choose images because through images, the learner try to observation as not really force themselves to understand the material. But I think from the images, it's easier to understand it. An example like photos, and it's the example. It's not like when we see the picture, we can observe that this Paris, what happened in Paris Tower, and it's easy to observe. Then screenshots, graphs, charts, and the last is illustration. And I think the images look like engage the learner to learn in the online learning. The next question, an example of effective assessment in English online teaching and learning. You can pick one or the integration of more than one language skill. So, I try to choose teacher feedback on speaking skill assessment because in this teacher feedback on speaking skill assessment, teacher will try to clarify misconception and understandings to the learner, because when the learner answers it, maybe it can be misconceptions and understanding. Then the learner will knowing the level of speaking elements such as like influence, pronunciation, grammar, and etc. And what the learner will do? They will do practice and practice based on the feedback of the teacher. Then, next question. The basic elements that building an online course. Please explain. The first one, learning outcome. Learning outcome is the core of the process that the students need to achieve. Number two, the online syllabus that contains of several things such as like the name of the course, the title, the description, the objectives, and etc. Then the course outline means that the learner will easier to group the activities for every meeting. And the last one, course outline to lesson, means that the teacher and the learner will do the lesson after understand about the outline. Then, give an example of one online lesson in your class or one meeting. I choose TOEFL lesson because in TOEFL lesson, give the instruction in the Scholarly application. The instruction is to read the material, and after the students read the material, they may make a group summary based on the material. Then they submitted the task through Dropbox. And the last, they do discussion in the discussion forum. And it's the example of one online lesson in my class for one meeting. So that's all about 10 questions response. If you have any questions and critiques for my presentations or my response, please discuss in discussion forum. Thank you so much. Bye bye.